Good morning, Facebook Live. I'm going to try this again. The first time I got rained out. I'm wanting to give this as a dose of encouragement today. Sometimes you are left to wonder, does what I do really make any appreciable difference whatsoever? This morning I got a private message via Facebook from a young man that I knew 30 years ago. I was pastoring my second church, and we were getting ready to enter into a brand new building on the outskirts of town there in Syracuse, Indiana. And this young man got pulled over in April of 1989 in the church parking lot and was arrested where our building was being constructed. He had some connections in our church, and I was asked to go and visit him at the county jail, the Kosciuszko County Jail in Warsaw, Indiana. I have not talked with this young man in nearly 30 years. And so he sends me a private message today and says, do you remember? And he gives a date in April of 1989, over 30 years ago. And he said, you led me to the Lord in the county jail, and you gave me 3 pieces of advice that have stuck with me. And that was to read while I was in jail through the Gospel of John 3 times. And then I gave him a scripture, 1 John 1:9 to memorize, and then a scripture, a verse from the book of James. He said, I have done that, and I have served the Lord. And even though I've lost track of you, he says, I want you to know that I think of you and pray for you. It was a real encouragement, because many times in the ministry, you work with people, you move on, you go other places. And then at times you're tempted to wonder, does anything that we ever do, does it really make any kind of a difference? Let me just encourage you, Pastor, and everyone today. What you do does make a difference. Even if you'll never hear or see down here, know that someday the record will all be corrected and straightened out. And so let's keep doing the right things. Let's keep loving the Lord. Let's keep loving people and helping people, knowing that if we faint not, we'll reap at the right time. Suzanne and I are getting ready to go to church to hear a friend of ours preach who is a graduate of Olivet Nazarene University. As a matter of fact, he grew up on the Indianapolis district where I now serve. He and I were colleagues together, pastoring the same time in northeastern Indiana. Matter of fact, his father-in-law was both for me and Suzanne our fine arts professor at Olivet. So we're going to drive down to Sarasota and hear him preach this morning. It's a beautiful Lord's Day morning. And on my podcast, I describe Dr. Ron's words of wisdom, words on leadership, goal setting, productivity, and a whole lot more. And one of the other taglines is, I trust that this will be a vitamin or a supplement for your heart and mind. Today, I hope this video is a vitamin or a supplement for your heart and mind to tell you, don't give up. You're doing better than you think you are. You are making a difference for the kingdom. Will you go out and have a great and blessed Lord's Day and serve Him? And find someone that you can sow into their life, and you can be a blessing to someone else today. This is Ron Blake saying goodbye, and I'll talk to you soon.